Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking about the weeks 12 to 14 of pregnancy. At week 12, your baby is the size of a lime. So at 12 weeks of pregnancy, your baby is fully formed. They've fully formed all of their organs, all of their limbs, their head, their spine, their legs, their arms. It's fully formed and it just needs to grow now. You might have started to notice that the nausea and the vomiting has started to ease. But don't worry if it hasn't, because it's not always the case. It can persist, and it can persist a little bit longer. But if you're finding that at this stage the nausea and the vomiting is excessive and it's starting to impact on your day-to-day life and your ability to function during the day, then please seek advice. There are groups out there that can support you, and you'll be able to find those via the Bitbaby website. At week 13, your baby is the size of a lemon. Around week 13 is when your baby's vocal cords are starting to develop. You may or may not experience cravings. Now, there are some women who do have excessive cravings for 1 or 2 or 3 particular foods, and it might be really random foods that you've never ever eaten before. One lady told me that she was craving sponges, and she needed to feel a huge sponge, like a sponge that you would wash a car with, inside her mouth, in between her teeth and her gums. And she was persistently putting sponges inside her mouth for that sensation. And she knew it was wrong, and if she could have eaten those sponges, she said she would have done, but she stopped herself. I've also known another lady who started to crave the smell of petrol. So she found herself driving to petrol stations and sitting with the window open and loved to smell the smell of petrol, to the point that she even consumed, she actually drank some petrol, and that's when she told us that's what she was doing. Again, these are all cravings that I do understand are the extreme, but they do happen, and I can't stress enough, please speak to somebody if that's the case. At week 14, your baby is the size of a navel orange. And by week 14, your baby is moving quite excessively, but the movements originally were more of a jerking kind of movement. But now that your baby's neurological development is starting to mature, the movements have started to become a lot more smoother. It's very likely you'll be more sensitive to the sun. It's advisable that you wear a high factor, even when you wouldn't normally have worn a factor or a high factor, because you think you might have a lot of melanin in your skin and you don't tend to burn. But you can burn quite easily now that you're pregnant because of the hormonal changes. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about weeks 15 to 17 during pregnancy. Join me in the next episode.